One of the things that I was kind of touching on last time,
What in the world?
I was talking about basically networking, right? So networking is the only way for growth, okay? So the only way to grow is to network through finding people who you want to mentor, you want them to mentor you, and finding the secret sauce from people, right? So it's no sense of reinventing the wheel. Whoever your competition is, whoever you look up to, you should be mirroring them and doing the stuff that they do. Sky's the limit. People that's local, people that we look up to, right? So I kind of use some examples of vloggers, people that's blogging, so that's people that's got YouTube stuff. I was talking about influencers, so people on Instagram, right? I don't care if it's local, I don't care how major they are, we can reach out to these people by DMing them, right? So the whole reason why we reaching out to them, the whole reason why we doing this is so we can scale what we doing. So we want to jump over some hurdles. Okay, so you need to understand your niche because you need to understand who your audience is. So you need to understand who you're targeting and your typical person who's gonna come and buy from you. You need to understand who that is. So you ever heard of something called a demographic? So because I talk to so many different people, I need to kind of understand who my demographic is, and that's y'all. Because I talk to a lot of adults, I talk to a lot of teens, so I may be boring, I may have to switch up what I'm doing to cater more towards you and your interests. I need to figure that out so I can help y'all. So that's kind of my role, is really to use what I'm doing as a case study to come back and say, well, it's the reason why they're not doing something, or it's the reason why something, right? That makes sense. So I need to tap in and understand what's going on with y'all, honestly, right? So it could be possibly, I'm tired, I've been in school all day, I don't feel like listening to another person when I come in here. That could be possibly it, right? It could be because of COVID is putting a strain on our situation, right? Two, another thing is, one of the problems is that I had as a young person is that I didn't have patience, right? It's okay to be all over the place. It's okay to be wanting to do. That's why I asked you the last time, like, what do you like to do? Because it's okay to be all over the place, right? So because I'm a designer, I'm doing photography. I'm shooting photos. I'm shooting photos for myself, and I'm shooting photos for other people, but it started off me shooting photos for myself. I'm doing video, right, too, because I like to do it, right? So I got the YouTube channel, I'm doing video. As soon as I started the YouTube channel, people wanted me to do videos for them. So I'm charging for that. You're gonna have to self-teach yourself a lot of stuff because you can't hire nobody to do it, right? So you gotta have to teach yourself how to design. I'm gonna kind of get into that real quick, right? So when I talked about the top 100, me and Tori kind of touched on that some. And he asked me who my top 100 was. I kind of got some people that I feel like y'all should know who they are. They kind of local, right? So I made a list. And I made a list of some videos to look at too. Because I kind of talked about some books, right? I don't know if you guys looked at any of that stuff. I talked about Gary Vee. I talked about Grant Cardone. I talked about Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank does a lot of hacks with studying, with reading, how to really crush your classes by using a lot of the tools and a lot of these tactics, right? So that's kind of the thing is that we as black people, we lack the hack. We don't know how to hack our way through stuff, right? We don't have the right resources or people to lean on to help us do stuff. Did that make sense? So that's where the networking happens. That's where the networking comes from. It gives us power that we don't have. So that's why it's kind of key to doing that, okay? We really not hip to the whole gratitude angle, right? So I'm fans of people, so because I can get access to them, I'll go to like an event that somebody is having, but I'm following the dude, so I know he's having an art show, then I pop up and be like, look, I'm Jay Working, I've been seeing your stuff, here go my stuff, blah, 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 blah. And now he sees me, right? But your angle, your story is that, how old are you?
17.
I'm 17, what's your name? I'm 17, I'm Jamar. I'm interested in this. I'm trying to build my brand. I'm trying to build my company. I'm interested in entrepreneurship. I saw you, I read this, I read that. The thing is, your top 100, you know a lot of stuff about them because you're looking at them. You're checking them out. The whole reason why I'm showing you this is the dude is accessible to get to ask him some questions. So if he got shirts for $200, then it's the same thing. How can I get the shirts from $200? Because I'm telling you, he kind of local. You just got to come up with it, and producing it, that's just a couple more conversations. Like, I got these ideas, but y'all got to see the stuff to see that it's possible. And then when I saw, and then you got to look at too, you got to dig into what else he got for sale, right? What's on the spring sale? When I go to the About Me page, what's on there? How many pages do we have? How many paragraphs do we got? Oh, he got a picture. Oh, he's got a YouTube right here. Let me look at his YouTube. Let me look and see who else he's in there. And then when they have it, then you go and pop up on it when he has something. I was at my class, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I met Jay Work, and he told me all about you. Sign up for the newsletter. When you sign up for the newsletter, what does the newsletter get? What are you getting when you get the newsletter, right? So I'm signing up for newsletters for different spots so I can see what they writing, because it's a sales copy. He might not be good at it, but it's a sales copy that you're going to use, because you're going to have the same thing. You're going to have the same thing. Instead of this is going to be your YouTube video. What is it? It's an introduction, how are they setting it up? You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. I did a website in 5 seconds, bro. Come on, man. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse. I'm taking excuses off the table. Ain't no excuse why you shouldn't be out here winning.